coach päävalmentaja David Quinn and the coaches valmentaja Jeff Blashill and Don Granato.
Okay, all the teams are dealing with it right now, so it's okay. We just got to be last one. We have it, not you. It's just volunteers and organized. I know.
Good afternoon from Finland, and just afternoon here in Finland as game 1 of 3 gets going. It is Team USA against Team Sweden. Kind of a moving day for Team USA. Finland leads Group B. Sweden is in second spot, and 3 back is Team USA. 11 points for Sweden, 8 for Team USA, so a clean win for Team USA. They get into a battle for some of the top spots, and a clean win for Sweden, and that would leave USA in a bit of a battle for 3 and 4 as far as Pool B is concerned. So these two teams getting set to meet in this first game today. Team Sweden with a new addition, Marcus Pettersson from the Pittsburgh Penguins is in the lineup. William Nylander not in the lineup yet. And roster issues for Team USA and coach Dave Quinn. There's a look at Dave Quinn. Still trying to really get a good idea of what this team is all about. And there's Johan Garpenlov off to a 4-0 start after a 1-3 start last year, and looking to get back into top spot with a win in this game against Team USA. 5 defensemen for Team USA. How does that make today even more challenging for them?
It's challenging in the sense that Sweden likes to really attack off the rush and will tend to do a lot of cycling once they do get in zone. So you're looking at Seth Jones playing some high minutes. A guy like Luke Hughes is going to have to be at his best. And just like the storyline of 2 goaltenders who are helping each other out and are now trying to be better than the other in this game.
Yeah, a Boston Bruin matchup between the 2 netminders. It is Jeremy Swayman who will get the start for Team USA. 23 wins in Boston, coming off the 17-save shutout against Great Britain. And at the other end, it will be Linus Ullmark, 26 wins in Boston this year, and getting his first ever World Championship start. Was part of an earlier tournament, but did not see any action. That was back in 2014. John Merrill injured very early in his debut with Team USA. He is done for the tournament, and Nick Blankenberg is out of this game as well on the back end for Team USA. So, as we mentioned, down to 5 defensemen. We'll see if one of the forwards at times can maybe spell off the defense depending on how this game goes. Carson Kuhlman back into his own zone. Seth Jones will send it across for Jacob Megna. Team USA, we talked about this earlier, Dave, they need their defensemen to be part of the offensive attack, especially Seth Jones. And yet, do you want him up the ice when he's going to be playing as many minutes as he will play?
It's that fine line about going and being a part of the rush when you can early in your shift, and then making sure you're smart with your energy later in your shift.
Nate Schmidt trying to feed this through the middle. Gets sent back in as it is coming into this game. Seth Jones leads all players in this championship in per game average ice time at 25 minutes and 18 seconds. Nate Schmidt is 4th on that list at 23.5, so they're already playing big minutes. Schmidt will poke this back for Jeremy Swayman. He'll send it on for Andrew Peak. Peak will be back here with the Columbus Blue Jackets for the Global Series, Columbus and Colorado. Taken up at center, and Ben Myers will send this in. And Marcus Pettersson will play it cross ice. Tomarnis will try and snap that up the middle, looking for Jacob Peterson. Off his stick and into the Team USA zone. Jones on it again, on for Alex Galchenyuk, through for Vinny Lettieri. Lettieri will chase this down into the Sweden end of the ice. Peterson trying to find a little bit of room, turned it over to Bordeleau. Comes back at the line for Hughes. Luke Hughes will take it wide on Brome. Now Tomarnis picks up the chase. Alex Galchenyuk trying to get it to the front of the net. And eventually kind of ran out of room. And the puck back out at center. Hughes back in for Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk, a player that I'm sure Dave Quinn will be looking to in this game to provide some offense. He's had some chances in this tournament. This gets cleared up through center, does have a goal. Eric Gustafsson sends it on. Oman will play it around the boards. Oman breaks this up for Sweden. Sends it down low to the front of the net. Scores! Rasmus Dahlin jumps into the rush, and Sweden takes advantage of the turnover and an early 1-0 lead.
Dahlin's come alive in the last couple of games at this tournament, talking about the U.S. getting their defensemen involved in the offense. Here's a turnover, and Galchenyuk loses his man, and a nifty backhand redirect. Nice pass from Lang, and as this lands, it's knocked by the glove of Jeremy Swayman. So the first shot on net is the first goal of the hockey game. And Dahlin, who had 3 points against Great Britain, gets a goal here to start Sweden in the right direction.
So 6'2" Niels Oman with that long reach. Breaks the play up. In front it comes, and that shot got blocked. Adam Larsson got in front of it. As John Hayden had the look. Played up by Shulman, and it ends up back in for Dahlin. On for Larsson, through for Grundstrom. Carl Grundstrom splits the defense, and Swayman has to get the right pad down. Back at the line, Eric Gustafsson ripped one over top the net. Peak in front of the net in a battle with Rasmus Asplund. Eric Gustafsson sends this on. Asplund will send it around the boards, and this will climb in off the dasher board and up and down a play.
Off the rush, Grundstrom is able to split the defense and almost gets his stick on it at the tail end. And Adam Larsson was there as well, with another defenseman getting right to the front of the net. Peak teamed up with Luke Hughes. Swayman, we've seen him be able to splay out those pads and take away the bottom of the net. But Sweden does not need to read the invitation to this game. They're already here.
So second of the tournament for Rasmus Dahlin, giving him 5 points. This is his first World Championship. And Linus Ullmark will make the save and hang on to it. And in looking for a loose puck, number 14 for Team USA, TJ Tynan, as he makes his USA debut from the Ontario Reign. An unbelievable offensive year for him in the American Hockey League. 84 assists and 98 points on the year. Two-time AHL Player of the Year.
In this day and age, if you're putting up 84 assists, you're a wizard with the puck.
And out to take this face-off is Tynan. And back in the lineup for Team USA is Lucas Wallmark. He has missed the past couple of games. And Wallmark 58.3% in the face-off department coming into this game. Eric Gustafsson sends it on for Wallmark. He'll play it for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, up for Bemstrom. Bemstrom will be here for that global series as well. Puck bounces around in behind the play. Getting roughed up a little bit was Wallmark. He'll make his way back to the bench. Taken by Peterson. He'll send it on. Oman carries back in for Brome. Brome puts on the brakes, plays it back for Klingberg. Klingberg rattles one. That goes off a stick and over top the net. And back up for Ben Meyer, stripped to the puck at center. Sean Farrell will play it back for Megna. Megna goes cross ice for Peak. Peak gets it to the Swedish line no further. And Sweden right back in with Jacob Peterson from the Dallas Stars. Peterson will have a new head coach in Dallas next year. Rick Bowness stepping down. There'll be a complete coaching change in Dallas next year. There's a chance for Adam Gaudette. Ullmark got the left arm on it. The puck was there for a split second, but Sweden able to clear.
Peterson was able to draw that away, and now Ullmark is able to hold on to this as Gaudette was able to sneak his way in and create a shot that was difficult to handle. You mentioned earlier, U.S. having tough time getting up into the zone. Finally, Gaudette does it himself. After he gets the puck back, trying to go glove side, goes up the cuff of the glove, slips through, and then Peterson will be there to move the puck out of harm's way. The Swedish team is so structured in the neutral zone that it doesn't allow you plays like that. That's a breakdown for Sweden. Normally they are able to stuff teams, force them to dump the puck, and that's where Sweden's at their best with their skating defensemen.
Linus Ullmark, another one of the big goalies that we see now, 6'4". There's Rasmus Asplund, 4 goals in a tie for the lead at this World Championship in goal scoring. Tied with Dennis Mulligan and Pierre-Luc Dubois.
2 of those on the power play for him at a 2-goal game against Great Britain.
Canada back in action later today against Sweden. Both teams at 4-0, so a battle for top spot there. Seth Jones for Bordeleau and for Galchenyuk, and the quick shot went wide. Nice setup from Bordeleau for the veteran Galchenyuk. Luke Hughes circles back at the line. Seth Jones will leave it for Vinny Lettieri. Back for Jones, the captain of Team USA, up high for Galchenyuk. That got turned away with Bordeleau right in front looking for a loose puck. And now a race for it. Carl Grundstrom going after Luke Hughes, gives him a rub to the backboards. That springs the puck loose for Oskars Lang. Lang gets double teamed by Lafferty and Jones, and it's up for Austin Watson. And he'll flip it to center. Ekman Larsson breaks it up. Lafferty comes up with the loose puck, tried to center it. Real good back check there by Oman. Lang gathers it in at center. Lang will chip this in deep, and Nate Schmidt in behind his own net sends it on for John Hayden. Hayden gets tied up on the far side by Freeberg. Puck back in behind the net. Max Freeberg trying to work it out front, and now he gets into a battle in behind the net with John Hayden. And Hayden goes to the USA bench.
Give him a glove to the face, and that was right in front of the official.
Cleared up at center. Here comes Tynan. He'll drop it back. Wrist shot by Bellows. Save made by Linus Ullmark. And now Bellows goes crashing in at the side of the net. And despite the fact this is a 12:20 local start, it heats up a little bit. Nothing Sweden in this game. In that Swiss-Canada game that goes later today, Anders Ambul will play World Championship game number 120 to become the all-time games played leader. Referees for this game, Fraser Lawrence from Canada, Peter Stano of Slovakia, And your linesmen are David Obergesser from Switzerland and Nathan Van Oosten from Surrey. Taken at center, Bengtson trying to clear it in. He got stopped at the line. Cleared back out. Carson Kuhlman sends it on looking for Tynan. That gets intercepted, and Sweden right back up with a lead pass for Bengtson. Bengtson puts on the brakes, tried to send it back into the high slot. Bengtson a +6 in this tournament. That is tied for third best. Nate Schmidt plays it on for Tynan. Tynan takes a bump. And Marcus Pettersson will circle back into his own zone.
Been impressed with Sweden in this tournament when they're doing their regroup, how they're able to gain the zone with the puck. They've dumped it in a couple of times. It's an errant pass, but when they're on, they are pushing teams back into their own zone with their speed, attacking the blue line and finishing off plays off the rush. The goalie matchup, both goaltenders played 41 regular season games for the Bruins. And Ullmark was 26-10-2. Swayman 23-14-3. There'll be a test later.
Ullmark had 1 shutout. Swayman had 3. Ullmark played the first 2 games of the playoffs. Swayman played the next 5. And they go head-to-head here. Shot scores! Adam Gaudette. A puck that looked as though it was on edge. And he just whipped it into the top corner. And this game gets tied up 1-1. And for Adam Gaudette, his second of this championship.
That's a beautiful shot by Gaudette. He's in the soft area in the slot. Puck battle is won right to him. This is a wobbling puck with speed. Ben Myers is able to knock it free. And Ullmark doesn't pick it up in time. Pettersson, the defenseman, was skating through his eye line to defend the front of the net. And we've seen a couple of really nice shots from Gaudette in this tournament. And that's been his nicest to tie the score at 1.
So a big goal for Team USA to draw even here early in this contest. Adam Larsson plays it on. Dahlin, who has the Swedish goal, plays it in. Lang goes in after it, puts it in behind the net. Freeberg trying to get a stick on it. Back comes to Larsson. Larsson shot. Swayman did not see that one. And it went all just wide, high blocker side. Lang sends it off into the corner for Oman, gets it back. Lang plays it for Dahlin. Dahlin trying to get it down low, looking for Niels Oman. And it's deflected off a stick and out of play. There's a look at Adam Gaudette.
And here's the forecheck by Myers. Peak is able to just bump it enough so that Myers can poke it out to Gaudette. And there's that soft area between the high forward and the defenseman. And some celebration by both sides of this match. And that's kind of quieted down the Swedish contingent in this building. They're pretty easy to pick out with those yellow jerseys. The fans I'm talking about. They haven't given Peak an assist, but if they look closely, I think he was the one that was able to stuff that play.
Yep. They will, because I added it onto my stat sheet, so.
That's as official as it gets.
Exactly. There you go. Bouncing puck out at center. After it is John Hayden. Hayden takes it wide. Hayden gets tied up, gets a little bit of help there from Lafferty. Austin Watson into the mix. In the situation here, 3 right-handed shots on this line for Team USA. Eric Gustafsson trying to stay with John Hayden. A couple of Chicago players shot from the line, that goes wide. Hayden, born in Chicago, drafted by Chicago. Played some games there, now with the Buffalo Sabres. Eric Gustafsson back into his own zone, back with Chicago for a second go-around. Taken by Brome, nice move to get around Tynan, then he lost control of it against the checking of Peak. Peak tried to send it all the way down left side, and icing is the call, so that last goal is Gaudette from Myers and Peak.
And it was Peak who gave the puck away on the opening goal for Sweden. as Oman was able to swoop in, poke it away. And Darlene opened the scoring.
Tynan out to take the face-off, wins it for Team USA, pulls it back. And Tomrin is back into his own end for Sweden, but play gets whistled down. The face-off will come all the way back.
Carson Kuhlman picked up off waivers by the Seattle Kraken and settled in on one of their top lines. Playing together with Yanni Gourde. You play with Yanni Gourde, former Tampa Bay Lightning, two-time Stanley Cup winner. You have to keep your feet moving. That's a strength of Kuhlman.
Shot from the line, goes wide, comes off the backboards, and this gets lifted out. And Team USA will be shorthanded for a tournament-leading 21st time.
This is just a bit of a panic play by Peak. Shot to the goaltender, puck's just sitting there. You want to usher it away as soon as possible. Off the skate of Schmidt. And of course he's trying to put it off the glass. And it's just the one frame that's lower of glass. And so Sweden will get to work with the man advantage.
So Sweden on the power play 23%, 3 for 13. Team USA on the penalty kill at 80%. Sweden back at it again tomorrow against Norway, and William Nylander, expected to be in the lineup for that game, is on his way to Helsinki. Long wrister there by Darlene. Swayman will snare that and hang on to it.
He's looking for a shooting lane, and it's like a whole tube he can shoot towards the goaltender, but there's nobody in front, so Swayman, it's an easy save.
Another off day for Team USA tomorrow. Coming off an off day yesterday, and then they'll play Monday and Tuesday to close out the preliminary round. Czechia on Monday and Norway on Tuesday. So some battles, as there always is, for the top standings, and some battles going on at the bottom of the standings as well. Great game last night between Latvia and Austria. And Latvia with the shootout win. Short-handed chance here as Megna elects to play it back for Seth Jones. On for Ben Myers, and this power play for Sweden unable to get going here 40 seconds into it.
And here's the issue with the defenseman taking a penalty for USA. They've only got 5 dressed, and so they're going to tax the 4 remaining on this penalty kill.
Offside called against Sweden, as holding the line on the far side was Vinny Lettieri.
It's a good job by the U.S. Sweden hasn't quite got established yet with their power play. They were 2 for 5 against Czechia and 1 for 5 against Great Britain.
Erik Gustafsson back into his own end. There's the drop for Brome. On for Peterson, and Jacob Peterson will play it in. Brome goes after it. Nate Schmidt gets there first. Kept in at the line by Gustafsson. Near side, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Back for Gustafsson, and he'll wire one from the line. And Swayman will take it up high and hang on to it.
I like the direct nature of what Sweden's trying to do. Get it back to the point, right towards the front of the net. But they'll need someone closer to the blue paint for a screen. The screen that they have is a little bit high in the bottom hash mark at the front of the net, and Swayman's able to see past that rather easily. 6'3", almost 200 pounds.
Face-off win. Jacob Peterson's on the loose puck, but he turns it over. Great defensive read there by Jacob Megna. Kind of felt that pass was going D to D and just held his position inside the blue line and sends it down the ice.
USA do have a shorthanded goal. That was Bordelot in the opening game.
Peterson sends it across for Joachim Nordstrom. Back for Peterson. Stripped of the puck by Seth Jones. Plays it around for Megna, and Megna will send it back down the ice. So nothing going here for Sweden on this power play other than that one shot from Erik Gustafsson.
Yeah, quiet in this building now. That power play just takes the life out of things here. Is now Sweden, who are usually at their best on the rush in the zone, throw themselves offside.
Oman trying to hold the line, but lost his footing. Down he went. There's Pete getting set to come out of the penalty box. So USA with another kill. They've killed 16 of 21, or 17 of 21 now in this tournament. So a percentage of a little over 80%. Cleared out at center. Oman will play it back into his own end for Adam Larsson. Coming off a career year with the Seattle Kraken. Oscar's Lang going after it. Lang gets tied up with Peak. Freeberg is there, but Tynan is on the puck. Plays it on for Luke Hughes. Through for Kiefer Bellows. Bellows coming off a 2-goal game, has 3 in the tournament. Got turned over in front of the net, and Bellows on a rolling puck shot it wide. Galchenyuk trying to get a handle on it, doesn't. And Sweden back with Larsson. Adam Larsson hits the line, plays it in. Freeberg puts on the brakes in behind the net, tied up with Hughes. Bordeleau down low to help out. Bordeleau pitches it off the boards back to the Sweden blue line. And Pettersson gets chased all the way back by Bordeleau. Carl Grundstrom trying to play it up the right side wall. Farrell breaks it up and sends it right back in. Henrik Tomernes out of Karlstad will go back for it. This gets wired around the boards and all the way back out at center. Another turnover. Carl Grundstrom to the lets the shot go. That got through Seth Jones, but goes wide far side. Now trying to get it back with Shellman, but it comes out to center. Shellman right back in with Grundstrom. Grundstrom the shot, that goes off the stick of Seth Jones. Comes down in the corner, and Adam Gaudette, the goal getter for Team USA, will play it up at center with some speed. Sam Lafferty squeezed to the outside by Tomernes, gets it. Short side try there by Gaudette off the side of the net. Lafferty sends it back. Magna for Peak, for Watson. Looking short side, the setup was there for Lafferty, and Olmark got a piece of it. Another shot by Lafferty. That one never got to the net. And now it gets pitched out at center, so Team USA gaining some momentum off that penalty kill.
And their forecheck has gotten better, and one of the things, once they're in zone, they'll bring one of their forwards up high to the blue line.
Bemstrom with the shot, blocked away by Swayman. Gustafsson waits for it. He'll send it in for Bemstrom, back for Gustafsson. Tried to drive it through, it comes off a leg. Karam's all the way out the center. Oliver Ekman-Larsson played across ice, no one there, and a setup now for Carson Kuhlman from Kiefer Bellows.
U.S. getting their legs, and when you pull that forward out to the blue line, it pulls one of the defensemen who's got to make a commitment to go out there. Typically that player is open.
Luke Hughes stripped of the puck. On it is Carl Klingberg. Takes it in behind Swayman. Bank pass back to the line. Dahlin sends it back in behind the net. Nate Schmidt will play it. And he gets sent up at center ice. TJ Tynan back for Nate Schmidt. 3 assists in the tournament for Nate Schmidt. Tynan gets tied up there along with Dahlin, and it's back in behind Sweden's net. Larsson for Dahlin, spin around by Dahlin. Nice move to get away from Lettieri. Lang has it at center. Under 5 to go here in the opening period. Turned over, Lang walks it in, and he puts that off the top of the crossbar, or maybe over the net. But another turnover by Team USA. Both teams have been guilty of turnovers. And now brought in by Alex Galchenyuk and called on the offside. 1-1 here in period 1. triple header Saturday here at the 2022 IIHF Men's World Hockey Championship. And Sweden and Team USA getting it going here. Austria and Finland, our second game. And then closing it out tonight, Czechia and Norway. Second game over in Helsinki has Canada going against Switzerland as they battle for top spot. Here, Sweden is trailing Finland in Group B, but Finland has played 5 games. And this is game 5 for Sweden. Also game 5 for Team USA. Comes off the backboards, and Linus Ullmark will hang on to it.
Last time these two teams played at the World Championship was in 2018. It was a 6-0 win for Sweden in the semifinal. And Sweden went on to win the gold in a shootout against Switzerland. That was in Copenhagen. Back-to-back goals for Sweden, 2017 and 2018, both via shootout.
And then an awful tournament last year for Sweden, finishing 9th. Team USA lost its opening game and then rattled off 6 straight wins in the preliminary, added 1 more win to make it 7 in a row in the quarterfinal, and then lost in the semifinals to Canada, and then came back and picked up the bronze medal with a victory over Germany.
Yeah, it's 3 bronze medals in the last 6 years for the United States.
Adam Gaudette will chase this in. That early goal by Gaudette got some jump into his stride, and now there's going to be a penalty as Gaudette gets taken down, and this will only be the 11th time in this tournament that Sweden will be shorthanded as Schellman will go to the penalty box.
Tripping call on him, getting a stick into the feet of Gaudette, who has some jump in his step. There's some forechecking that's been successful in the last 5 or 6 shifts for the United States. This one draws the penalty. This takes the left foot out, and dropping the stick doesn't help. You're still getting the call.
Kiefer Bellows with 3 goals for USA. 2 of them have come on the power play, but Team USA's power play 22.2%. Bellows out here on the man advantage. 19 shots on goal coming into this game for Kiefer Bellows, leads Team USA in that category. And this will be offside as Tynan trying to hold up, can't.
Interesting that the U.S. is going with 2 defensemen on this power play. They only have 5 dressed. You've heard that already, but Seth Jones, yeah, you'd like to have him out there. Nate Schmidt's got the hard shot, but typically you'd like to split it up and do a 4-forward set when you're flush with forwards. Gaudette will usually play in the hash marks as a bumper guy, and Bellows is typically the shooter.
Good look there. TJ Tynan out of Orland Park, Illinois. Came out of the Chicago Mission program. There's Seth Jones, the captain of this Team USA squad, and there is Tynan.
2019 led the AHL with 59 assists, and this past season upped the ante with leading the AHL with 84 assists. He also did that back in the USHL in 2010, most assists. He can move the puck.
Has seen limited NHL action. Has 3 games played with Columbus, 16 with Colorado, and a couple with Los Angeles, and played for the Ontario Reign this past season. Denmark leading France 1-0, 1 period done in Helsinki. Gaudette will carry this in. Circles, sends it back at the line. Seth Jones, USA on the power play, 1:10 left in the minor penalty to Schellman. Backdoor play. Nate Schmidt was jumping in, and Adam Larsson just got enough of that. Cross it goes for Tynan, looking for the stick of Bellows in front of the net. Kept in, good hustle by Seth Jones. Adam Larsson knocks it loose, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson will bank it off the far side boards, and down the ice it goes. Luke Hughes, who has an overtime winner in this tournament for Team USA. It was a comeback win. Galchenyuk plays it for Bordeleau. Bordeleau off the stick, Galchenyuk sends it across, and a quick release from that far side by Hughes, and that didn't miss by much.
They're looking for that far post tip.
Bordeleau got it back for Galchenyuk, and it skips off his stick. Bordeleau puts on the brakes inside the line. Power play about to expire. Luke Hughes twists to the forehand, sends it cross ice, and a good defensive stick there by Tomernis. No shots on that power play for Team USA. Joachim Nordstrom trying to get a one-timer. He healed that one in the high slot. Back in Dahlin with 1 goal in the game, looking for 2, and that got blocked. Dahlin back for Adam Larsson. Larsson with the shot, tipped off the left pad of Swayman and then off the outside of the net. Cleared back for Adam Larsson and on for Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin number 1 overall in his draft year. Larsson number 4 overall in his draft year by the New Jersey Devils.
They team up nicely.
Larsson sends it back, and Dahlin will send the long pass ahead. Ends up on the stick of Grundstrom. The shot turned away by Swayman. Rasmus Asplund in on the forecheck. Asplund has it. He'll leave it there for Grundstrom. Grundstrom puts on the brakes at the line for Dahlin, and he whistled that one over top the net. And this will get taken by Carson Kuhlman. Gets it out. And just offside at the line.
So earlier on the power play, it was Bellows trying to put it across. Larsson gets down in that position to do what he can to get his stick on it. Does so. And then the shot that skitters through and off the glove side mesh of the net.
Larsson, number 4 overall in 2011 out of Skellefteå.
Yeah, the older guy leading the younger guy here at this tournament. Those two paired up on defense.
Hard to believe that Dahlin's already played 277 games in the National Hockey League.
As a 22-year-old.
Yep. Shot right on, good save. As Lettieri unloaded, and Linus Ullmark with a good stop. Jacob Peterson, nice outlet pass for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Through the middle for Klingberg, gets it inside the line, no further. Taken there by Seth Jones. And the first period comes to an end with Seth Jones getting a bump there from Carl Klingberg.
And the U.S. playing closer to their identity. They give up the first one, they answer back, and they've been coming on at the latter part of that first.
Rasmus Dahlin and Adam Gaudette, your goal getters in this game. 1-1, 20 minutes done here in Tampere.
Team Sweden 6 and Team USA 6. Laukaukset maalia kohti ensimmäisessä erässä, Ruotsi 6 ja USA myöskin 6. In Helsinki score between Team Denmark, Team France 1-0. Helsingissä tilanneottelussa Tanska, Ranska 1-0. 66 Nils Åhman ja 17 Oskar Rand. Aika 2:28. In return. Thank you for your cooperation. Arvoisa yleisö, jälkeen nämä. At 9:45, puolessa numero 2 Andrew Peake. The score after the first period, Team USA 1 and Team Sweden.
Team on free? 1, 2, 3. No? I love it.
All right, let's have a good one, fellas. Sticks down. Sticks.
Woo! 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 Puck! Play the puck! Up! Good job! Good job! Let the play! Let the play! Good! Good hit! Good hit! Let's go! Let the play! Let the play! Still play! Still play! Stop! Good job! Hey! Stop it! Okay? Stop it! Easy! Easy! Okay? It was good! It was good! Okay? Let's go! Hey! Come on! Let's go! Calm down! Good hit! Good hit! Good hit! Stop! 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 Up! Let's go! Let's go!
Up. Hey! Hey! Hey, that's a good hard battle, fellas. That's a good hard battle.
Gå ner boys, fan. Kom igen. Vi höjer oss allihopa boys. Kör vi. Kom igen. Kom igen boys.
Ja, har du lite jävla kul där?
Det var till det.
Långa anfall. Byt anfallszon.
Då har vi tagit taktiken.
Vi kör.
Vänta där.
Jag säker du kan lite.
Ja.
Samma start där. Starten var bra.
Ja.
Lite jävla kukan nu. Kom igen nu. In och bit ifrån.
Ja. Jag har tagit matchen gubbar.
Ja, men bara så här kan vi få en och bli lite förbannad.
Här kör vi då gubbar! Kom igen! Kör vi.
Adam Gaudette with the goal for Team USA. And Rasmus Dahlin with the goal for Sweden. Sweden had the 1-0 lead. Gaudette tied it. 1 period done here. There's Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres. Talked about Team USA down to 5 defensemen. Busy period for Nate Schmidt, but not as busy as it was for Seth Jones, who played 9 minutes and 35 seconds in that opening period. Gaudette led the way with 3 shots on goal for Team USA. Neither goaltender overly busy. Jeremy Swayman stopped 5 of 6 that he faced, and his Boston teammate Linus Ullmark stopped 5 of the 6 that he faced as we get set for period number 2.
Well, some teams adding NHL quality goaltending as this tournament goes on, and still some minor roster spots open for a couple of teams. But you get the NHL players, it just brings up the entire level for your team.
Finland and Austria, our second game. The short turnaround for Austria, played the 8:20 start last night and get the 4:20 start this afternoon. So the second period gets going. TJ Tynan will play it into the Sweden zone. Comes off the sideboards and grabbed off by Rasmus Asplund. Through for Joel Schellman. Back for Asplund. Puts on the brakes. Sends it back at the line. And Rasmus Dahlin's blast, that got blocked by Carson Kuhlman. Adam Larsson, Kuhlman's Seattle teammate, will play it on for Dahlin. Bemstrom, no room for him. Sends it back into his own zone. Gets it back from Larsson. Bemstrom trying to squeeze by Seth Jones. Could not. And back for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson now takes Gaudette out with a solid jolt on the near side boards. Ben Myers plays it back at the line. Nate Schmidt will send it around. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, #1 as far as games played on this current roster, World Championship games played. This is World Championship game number 55 for Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Also leads in points for any Swedish player dressed.
Gustafsson plays it on. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Peterson gets to center ice. Grundstrom with a bump there on Sean Farrell. And the puck taken by Andrew Pekin, cleared back out at center. Bordeleau will carry it in. Bordeleau forces Gustafsson to turn, and the centering pass is gobbled up by Grundstrom. On for Peterson, on for Klingberg, in on goal, and he whipped the wrister wide, blocker side. Comes around for Nate Schmidt, right back up for Team USA. Lettieri had this get away from him, and he'll turn and head to the bench for a change.
And that's how fast US can change things against themselves. An errant drop pass at the top of the circle, and Grundstrom's off to the races the other way.
John Hayden sends it on for Lafferty. Plays it in. Linus Ullmark will come out. Seth Jones was on his way to the bench. Had to hustle back, turns it over, and a backhander maybe off the left pad and off the outside of the post by Freeberg. And Tomernes will touch that, and an icing call against Sweden, or an offside call rather against Sweden.
This was played up by Ullmark, and Jones on the rolling puck. Can't get it across. And that is in fact off the post. Good eye, Dennis. As Freeberg, who has his only goal in the first game against Austria, tries to sneak it past the glove, off the post. And we've seen this like the third giveaway now for Seth Jones. You wonder if the ice time is catching up to him.
Kind of caught between going to the bench there and then having to hustle back to get that rolling puck. And then it got away from him, but both teams have been guilty of some giveaways here so far in this game. Perhaps the 12:20 local time start having something to do with that.
It really does change things.
Bengtsson trying to wrap around, and Swayman is down, and he'll hang on to it.
Think of a typical game day. You come to the rink, you have to skate, you get your sticks ready, you have a massage, you go back, have a meal with your buddies. If you're fortunate enough to have that 2-hour nap, come to the rink again early, get some coffee. All that's off the table for a noon start. It's trying to get enough food in you that you are nourished and energetic for the game without eating too much, feeling sluggish. I mean, already, just the diet alone is going to throw you off. A lot of bananas, get the potassium in you, but you mentioned it earlier. The team that can figure this morning game out better is going to be probably the one that walks away with more points.
Dahlin cuts around Gaudette. Joachim Nordstrom, and the pass back. And that goes off a stick. Unable to corral that was Lucas Wallmark. Back for Bemstrom, back for Wallmark. Wallmark will send it around. Emil Bemstrom trying to whip it back to the right point. Does. Larson with the shot. And the save made by Swayman as that came through traffic.
That was a great pass from Bemstrom all the way across. Just eluded sticks, and Larson for bodies in front at Swayman. Fancy save as Sweden puts themselves offside. They've been really looking for a stretch past the Swedish defenseman. Here's the Bemstrom pass. Larson's looking for bodies in front of the net. Didn't know if that got deflected or not from Wallmark. Just touched it a little bit.
Talk about Team USA dressing only 5 defensemen for this game. John Merrill injured in his debut early in it and left. Nick Blankenberg not dressed. Team Sweden, 7 defensemen dressed for this game. Anton Lindholm has not seen the ice so far in this game. Nate Schmidt back for it. Klingberg after him. Jacob Peterson on the loose puck. Peterson trying to work it out of the corner against the checking of Alex Galchenyuk. In from the line, Oliver Ekman-Larsson puts it back, looking for Peterson. Nate Schmidt breaks it up. USA can't clear. Slap shot by Gustafsson, and a glove save made by Swayman.
I'd say about half of the Swedish goals have come from defensemen getting the puck to the net, either scoring on the shot or a rebound that's capitalized by the forwards that do a good job to battle to the front of the net. The last two offerings from Swedish defensemen might have been saved by Swayman. That was a nice glove stop, or not creating a rebound.
Talk about the penalties Team USA has taken this year, 21 times shorthanded. They led the tournament last year, shorthanded 28 times, but their penalty kill was #1 in last year's World Championship. It is climbing. This comes to the front of the net. Lafferty couldn't get a stick on it. And a shot from the far side boards, grabbed and held by Linus Ullmark. As Megna got that one through, Denmark up on France 2-0. So Joachim Blichfeld with his fourth now joins Malgin, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Rasmus Asplund in the 4-goal forward category.
Blichfeld had a hat trick against Kazakhstan. Dylan Cousins, the workhorse from Whitehorse for Canada, had the hat trick against Kazakhstan as well. And last game, Rudolf Balzers was sitting on 2 goals and had a couple of chances to get the trick, didn't complete it.
Very entertaining game last night between Latvia and Austria. Ended up going to a shootout. Roberts Bukarts got the eventual game winner in the shootout, and that will assure that Latvia will be out of the relegation discussion. Seth Jones breaks this up at center and sends it back in. Gustafsson plays it on for Lang, tracks it down, takes it off the sideboards, tried to cut around Seth Jones, could not. TJ Tynan in his Team USA debut starts out of his own zone, ends up on the stick of Carson Kuhlman, plays it in, goes in after it along with Tomarnis, centered in front, cleared away. Puck battle now up in the high slot, grabbed off by Niels Oman. Tomarnis will bounce it back to the line. Lafferty breaks it up, and Oman on it again for Sweden. Andrew Peak spun around, puck is loose. Oman drops it back, slap shot by Lang off the stick of Hayden and over top the net. Marcus Pettersson will hold it in. And now it comes across for Tomarnis, and he'll play it back for Pettersson. An Anaheim draft pick now with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yoel Shulman. Some time in the San Jose organization. Rasmus Asplund plays it around. Pettersson, nice little play on for Shulman. Shulman being watched by Hayden. Sends it back for Tomarnis, slap shot, and that's blocked. Rasmus Asplund. Bank pass behind the net. Shulman leaves for Asplund. Bengtson in front, the pass never did get to him. Nate Schmidt tried to pass, comes off a stick. Lafferty will play it around the boards, and Austin Watson will jam it out the center.
That's a good shift for Sweden, just wearing down the U.S. defenseman.
Asplund gets double teamed at center with Hayden and Lafferty. Shulman comes into the pile as well. 13.5 to go here in the second period. And a couple of first period goals from Rasmus Dahlin and Adam Gaudette. That's where we stand here in period number 2.
And shots are 2-2 in period 2.
In across. Pass for Ben Myers. Plays it back at the line for Megna. Megna's shot turned away. Adam Larsson ties his man up. On the loose puck goes Myers. Goes back in behind the Swedish net. Dahlin will let it come up the board to Joachim Nordstrom. And he'll chop it back into the Team USA end. Ben Myers, Hobey Baker finalist, signing with the Colorado Avalanche, will play it back into his own end. And this is going to be an icing call against Team USA.
I would say this season for any NHLer, challenging with COVID and schedules being changed and everything else. And so you look at a guy like Adam Larsson, who played every single game this season, and so did Andrew Peak, and also playing every game for them at this tournament. But if Marcus Pettersson, you mentioned his name, he got traded in 2019, played 84 games.
One of those situations where You do get traded from a team that has played more games than anyone else to a team that's played more games than anyone else. Long shot from the line there, went off the shaft of Jeremy Swayman's stick. I don't think he even saw it. Peterson centering in front of the net. Grunstrom with a chance, and Jeremy Swayman with a real good save in tight. And Gaudette will carry back. 3 shots in the first period for Gaudette. Puts this one off a stick. Ben Myers tracks it down. Myers got squeezed out. Peterson for Gustafsson. Gustafsson for Peterson. Tried to play it up the middle, intercepted by Andrew Peak. On it goes for Bordelot. He'll send it down low, and a back pass intercepted by Grunstrom. Calder Cup winner with the Toronto Marlies. Peterson carries in. Grunstrom in alone. Scores! Carl Grunstrom gives Sweden a 2-1 lead on a play that was very close at the blue line.
Nifty move in tight for Grunstrom, but this play is instrumentally made in the neutral zone. This puck is in the air and knocked back by Freeberg. A nice little pop pass and to the forehand upstairs. If that doesn't go upstairs, Swayman's been taking away the bottom of the net all 2 games he's played. But Grunstrom does a very good job of holding it and getting it above off the pad as Team USA is having a chat with the official.
This is going to get challenged. It was close.
It was a bouncing puck that Freeberg was able to redirect backwards in the neutral zone. And then the 2-on-1 was created. And the linesman, David Abwegesser from Switzerland, pardon me, and Nathan Van Oosten from Canada will get a look, as David Quinn is also getting a look. 55-year-old coach for Team USA.
So here we go. This will give us a real good idea.
It's hard to see the puck all the way through, and that back heel.
Bordelot kind of blocks the view of the back heel.
Got to have a different angle, because the blade for Peterson is also shielding the puck. Obviously, it wasn't called offside in the run of play, so it's got to be convincing. But it's the right time to spend this challenge for Team USA.
So it's either going to be 2-1 Sweden.
So you can't see the puck over.
Yeah, and a power play for Sweden, or it will stay 1-1. I think this gets called back.
That back heel of Grunstrom, because we're not shooting it right down the blue line, it's hard to tell if it was not connected on the ice because the heel was coming off the ice, but the plane of the blue line.
Jeff Blashill now having a look at it.
This is really close.
Is it enough to overturn the call? That is the question right now. Has to be conclusive. Call on the ice was a goal.
All right, they got this figured out.
And they have relayed the message to...
I think I heard offside, or sorry, read some lips. No goal, yeah, it looks like a no goal wave off there. Again, just reading body language and lips, and then backing you, partner.
Here comes the call.
The call is overturned. We are offside and no goal.
So the Swedish fans boo. The USA fans cheer. Players look on, and Carl Grunstrom does not have his first of the World Championships.
You got to learn to drag that back leg. He drags that leg, he's okay.
Yeah.
But he's trying to, of course, gain speed to get a whole shot there and get that puck. So a 1-1 game it stays.
So a successful challenge by David Quinn. Larson back on for Dahlin. Adam Larson plays it back up for Lang off his stick. Peak tried to clear. TJ Tynan. Watch there with Omen. And it's back for Dahlin. On for Lang and back for Adam Larson. Back for Dahlin. Winds his way to the red line, dumps it in, goes in after it. Dahlin for Lang. Lang being watched there by Bellows. Tynan now picks up the chase. Stuffed in behind the net. Freeberg gets free. Omen was in front. The puck never did get to him, and Nate Schmidt will get to center and send it in. Lena Solmark bats it away from Kiefer Bellows, and right back up the ice for Freeberg. Sends it in, heads to the bench on the change, and Luke Hughes. The long pass on for Gaudette. Gaudette takes it off the sideboards, turned it over. Here comes Rasmus Asplund. Asplund on a 2-on-2, lets the snapshot go. Ends up in the corner. Thanks to trying to center it. Big hit there by Jones on Asplund, and Jones has the puck. Plays it on for Sean Farrell and back for Luke Hughes and up for Ben Myers. Ben Myers sends it cross ice, and this leaves the playing surface. And this will be a power play, second power play for Sweden.
USA number 59, also this year, hundreds of volunteers will be working on the tournament. Without this game group, no one else would be here today. So that we can make a difference. Volunteers are the member makers that we need. Tässäkin turnauksessa työskentelee sote-vapaaehtoisia ilman heitä. En minä et sinä siellä, eikä pelaajat kentällä pystyisi ihmeitä tekemään. He ovat todellakin juuri niitä ihmeiden tekijöitä, joita me kaikki tarvitsemme. Jokaisessa pelissä palkitsemme yhden vapaaehtoisen. In each game, we reward one volunteer. Volunteer of the game in this game is Krista Laakso from the Copy and Center Services team. Yeah! Krista! 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 Krista!
Second power play of the game for Sweden. Both penalties for delay of game, for flipping the puck over the glass. Ooh, that may have gone off the stick.
Oh, I think it did. Okay, wow.
Well, can't challenge that. The first power play for Sweden, one shot on goal, but really not any offensive zone time for Sweden on a very good U.S. penalty kill. In across for Emil Bemstrom. Sends it down for Rasmus Asplund, back for Bemstrom. On for Dahlin. Dahlin down to the goal line. In tight save made by Swayman. And the puck is cleared.
It's a great look by Dahlin. Left side post for Asplund, but boy, Swayman took it all away. There was no way to get that puck past, over, through, or around him.
Lafferty's clearing attempt blocked by Dahlin. Dahlin to the middle of the ice. Bemstrom back for Dahlin. Down low it goes. Rasmus Asplund sends it on. Back at the line for Dahlin. Short side try there for Rasmus Asplund. Back for Wallmark. Back for Dahlin. Being watched closely by Carson Kuhlman. Floats it in from the line wide. And off the backboards for Jacob Megna, and down the ice it goes.
For the second time when they put it to Asplund and Swayman got over, Megna didn't even chase because he knows that the goaltender's got everything blocked off. So he's got to make sure that that pass doesn't come to the slot, which with his positioning, that didn't allow Sweden to look in front.
Brome puts it to the front of the net, cleared away but not out. Gustafsson plays give and go with Peterson. On for Ekman Larsson. Skates it to the middle of the ice, looking for the stick of Joachim Nordstrom. Found it, but it went over top the net. Brome on it. Came loose, and this time it will get cleared down the ice by Vinny Lettieri.
Previous 2 times, the U.S. put it right back to the point and didn't clear the zone with it, and now they're back to 5-on-5.
2 shots on the power play, so 3 power play shots in this game for Sweden, and 0 for 2 in the man advantage. Seth Jones takes a bump there from Freeberg. 8 minutes left to go, second period, and a 1-1 draw. In a game that has some implications on the standings. Team USA 3 points back of Sweden to the front of the net, or at least to the side of the net, grabbed by Jeremy Swayman, and he will hang on. 1-1 here in period number 2. .48 to go here in period number 2. And a 1-1 tie between these 2 teams. Sweden 1 point back of Finland for top spot in Group B. This is game 5 for Sweden. Finland has played 5. Sweden will try to jump ahead. Finland will play game number 6. The 4:20 start here in Tampere. It'll be Finland and Austria. Dahlin, and this is going to be an icing call as Bengtsson couldn't get a stick on that long pass.
3 goals and 5 points for Anton Bengtsson. And 3 of those points came in that Great Britain game, 6-0 win for Sweden after they stormed in the first period out to a 5-0 lead and then controlled the game right till the end.
Chased down by Seth Jones for Gaudette. Gaudette tied up in the corner. Bump there on Myers. Myers stays with it though. And Bengtsson and Luke Hughes go after a loose puck. Put around by Adam Larsson. Dahlin spins off a check. Banks it on for Shulman. Gets it out the center and Luke Hughes breaks it up. Sends it back for Adam Gaudette. Gaudette sends it in, goes in after it. Larsson will take him to the backboards. Ties him up, they go down. Bordelot on the puck. Bordelot watched by Dahlin, and Shulman tried to get that out for Rasmus Asplund. Kept it at the line by Seth Jones, and a glove save made by Linus Ullmark in his first start for Sweden.
Just really enjoy watching Rasmus Dahlin play. So shifty. It's one thing to be able to skate well and make good passes. He always has his head up. When he's on the point, either on the power play or teamed up with Adam Larsson in the offensive zone back-to-back with passes, he knows the puck is on his stick and he's looking for a shooting lane, a stick in front. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Nicholas Lidstrom in the way that he's always got his head up looking for what the next play is.
Both teams waiting on some players. William Nylander landed in Helsinki about 45 minutes ago and is making his way here. And Team USA losing John Merrill early in his debut the other day, waiting on Matt Boldy and Ryan Hartman, who are on their way here. Bouncing puck back at the line. Finally cleared out at center. Wallmark will bring it in. Wallmark trying to toe drag and then trying to get it for Emil Bemstrom. Bemstrom will snap it around the boards. Wallmark is there, gets it back at the line for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Back for Wallmark, short side try, and Jeremy Swayman will glove that and hang on to it.
Swayman in his second game of action had a 17-save shutout against Great Britain, a 3-0 win in their last game for the U.S. from Anchorage, Alaska. In the off-season, does a lot of hiking with his father, Ken. They're really outdoorsy, and they've planned on hiking the Himalayas, but COVID put a dent into that.
Pettersson was about to rip it from the line. Whistle goes. They'll do the face-off honors all over again. Peterson wins it. Tomernes, Pettersson, Tomernes. And again, onto the stick of Jacob Begda. Sends it through for Lafferty. On for Hayden. Hayden will send it in. Lafferty, Hayden, and Austin Watson back out now for Team USA. Peterson puts on the brakes. Tried to swing it across. It got blocked. He'll track it down and carry it in. Drops it for Klingberg. Klingberg sends it around. Henrik Tomernes bounced away from him, and Hayden comes back with Lafferty. Hayden got wrapped up, and the puck banked off the boards up for Grundstrom. Grundstrom to the line. Tried to work his way through. Maybe too many men on the ice for Sweden, but back in. Ullman trying to work it to the front of the net. On for Dahlin. Dahlin will play it for Freeberg. Adam Larsson back for Freeberg off his stick. Adam Peak wrapped his man up. That was Lang, knocked him down. Ullman on the far side. Back for Freeberg. Tied up with Seth Jones. Jones's pass onto the stick of TJ Tynan in his first game of this World Championship. Larsson gets back before he gets to the icing line, and here comes Lang. Stopped at center by Tynan, and Tynan trying to put it off the boards and puts this into the Team USA bench. 1-1 tie here in the second period. Bronze medal for Team USA last year. Battling some injuries. Caleb Jones left before the tournament even got going. Nedeljkovic was injured and left. And then John Merrill came over and he got hurt. Turned over, Gaudette turns and fires. And Ullmark got back to get a piece of it. Gustafsson lost his stick. Gaudette works it off the sideboards. Lets the shot go. That was blocked. Gustafsson on it again and plays it back for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Long pass up the middle, trying to spring Rasmus Asplund. Asplund sends it back, short side try, and that is off a stick. And that deflects up and down a play as Bengtsson was coming in for that wrist shot.
We just open up a little bit from the giveaway from the goaltender to this 160-foot pass to Asplund. It bounces over his stick at the tail end. He's had a pretty good tournament, Dennis. 5 goals for him, 2 on the power play.
So Wallmark back out for the face-off. Missed the last couple of games with injury to face-off here against Bordelot. Sweden controls. Dahlin from Larsson. Dahlin to the front of the net. That hit Wallmark. And snapped off the boards by Vinny Lettieri. Right back off the boards for Larson. This will get flipped in by Bemstrom. Lucas Wallmark going in after it. Joachim Nordstrom there to try and work it free. Scrum along the near side boards. Officials allow them to try and work it out themselves. Cleared up at center, and then Joachim Nordstrom gets a piece of Bordalo, and Bordalo went sliding up on that dasher board. Back in for Wallmark. Gaudette goes to the front of the net. Shot from Bemstrom. Swayman makes the save. The puck was loose for a second, and Swayman will hang on to it.
But a physical play by first the United States, and then Sweden answers back. Let's correct myself there in Asplund. It's 4 goals. I'm giving him an extra one. Maybe he'll put it in today. 2 of them on the power play. 2 of them are game winners. This game has opened up at times, and then it gets clamped back down. We're in the clamp down phase here the last couple of shifts. After a stretch pass, a goaltender giveaway by Ullmark.
Dave Quinn, the coach of Team USA, for this game, telling Claire Hanna our best hockey is ahead of us. There is a penalty coming up to Sweden. In on from the line is Nate Schmidt. Some nice moves, and then as he was getting ready to backhand it, it got poked off his stick. Brunstrom gets taken down, and Team USA will go to the power play for the second time in this game. A penalty that comes all the way back in behind the Team USA net, and it will be Carl Brunstrom who will go to the box.
Lost face-off, and then going into forecheck. As Peak is going to usher it around, the right foot gets pushed out. Easy call for the official. You can see him in front of the Skoda car in the corner. And this is a wily poke check from Pettersson to keep Nate Schmidt from getting to his backhand and getting a shot.
Debut for Marcus Pettersson, his second World Championship. Shot, there's a save made off of Seth Jones. Seth Jones, the captain of Team USA, 10 NHL seasons under his belt. Plate to the line, Schmidt will hold it in on for Jones, save made by Ullmark. Seth Jones is after it, sends it around. TJ Tynan waits for it. Back for Nate Schmidt, back for Tynan. And back for Nate Schmidt. Jones ready for it on the far side. Tynan plays it down to the goal line and then gets it back from Bellows. Bellows trying to bring that to the front of the net, poked off his stick. Tynan again trying to feed it through, blocked by Henrik Tomernes. Comes back for Nate Schmidt, back for Tynan. And into the slot, shot by Gaudette, and a good save by Ullmark on a nice setup. And a good chance there for Gaudette.
TJ Tynan was going to get it to Gaudette one way or another. Coming off the right wall, stick handling, moved it down to the goal line a couple of times, just softening up the Swedish penalty killers. Put it back to the point, got it back, and always kind of some deception, so they was able to just pop it through to Gaudette with that one-timer right between the hash marks, but a little solid stop by Ullmark.
1:18 left in the power play. Team USA with 4 power play goals in this tournament. 4 for 19 on the man advantage. And for Sweden, only the 12th time that they have been shorthanded in this game number 5. Almost a shorthanded break for Freeberg, but it got knocked off his stick. Nate Schmidt will chase this back into his own end, on for Seth Jones. And back for Nate Schmidt, on for Gaudette. Gaudette and Schmidt, both former Vancouver Canucks. Tynan for Jones, back for Tynan. Gets away from him, tracks it down, that short stick. Tynan on it again, being watched by Adam Larsson. Back up top for Jones, for Schmidt, for Tynan. bobbled on him, sends it back for Jones. Jones through some traffic, deflected. Kiefer Bellows after it, back for Tynan. Gaudette for Nate Schmidt, scores! Great backhand pass and a power play goal by Nate Schmidt has Team USA up 2-1.
Team USA switches their setup from the right side to the left side. And with that, Gaudette can be on his side to make a good little pass. This is a no look because he knows Schmidt's collapsing down. And this has to get up in a hurry, and it does from Nate Schmidt. So Tynan to Gaudette. Nice look on the backhand. This goes, just ticks off the mask. And upstairs in a hurry. USA flexes their muscles. They've got a power play goal in every game but one, and they get the lead here 2-1.
So tough second period here for Carl Grundstrom. Thought he had given Sweden a 2-1 lead, but after video review, he was offside. The goal was negated. Now he takes a penalty in the offensive zone, and Nate Schmidt gets a power play goal to give Team USA a 2-1 lead here late in the second period. This gets cleared in by Klingberg. Adam Peak will put it off the boards out the center. And back it across for Ben Myers. Myers trying to get it down low. Farrell's after it. Short side try there for Vinny Lettieri. Gustafsson will play it back into his own zone. Rasmus Dahlin takes a look up at the clock. Gets it back for Gustafsson. At center, Bemstrom with the long shot in. That goes wide. Off the backboards for Joachim Nordstrom. Plays it back for Rasmus Dahlin. He'll send it back for Bemstrom. Dying seconds. One last try for Gustafsson. And the second period will come to an end.
Well, USA was able to use the man advantage to their advantage in a tight one-goal game.
So a late power play goal by Nate Schmidt. The always smiling Nate Schmidt. 2-1, USA has the lead after 40.
Team Sweden 7 and Team USA 8. Laukaukset maalia kohti toisessa erässä. Ruotsi 7, USA 8. In Helsinki, score between Team Denmark and Team France 2-0.
Hela den perioden var våran ju bara. Hela. Mål, allting. Fan, känn det. Känn det.
Ja, exakt samma. Vi vänder då, vi vänder nu. Och den här virar. Efter perioden då, boys.
Den går bästa matchen. Det här måste vi vinna.
overturned. We have no goal.
The call on his eyes overturned. We are offside and no goal.
The score after the second period, Team USA 2 and Team Sweden 1. Tilanne toisen.
Good hit, good hit. All right, all right.
Woo! Can I ask you your players? Okay, take it. Stay here. Stop! Good. Bring the bottle, okay? Go kill the goalie. They must be here. Thank you much. Okay, calm down. Thank you very much. Calm down. Coach's challenge for offside. Okay, thanks. The call on his eyes overturned. We have offsides and no goal.
Good job, fellas. Hey, that's good. Good box out. We're good. Good box out.
Easy. Good job. Up, 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 up. Let's go, let's go. Flag is free, up, up. Good. Okay, good. Stop. 16, okay? Okay, good. Stay here, only stay. Good. Stay outside. Good. Easy.
boys.
Mycket bästa här boys. Mycket bästa kvar.
Det är en skön vändning det här.
Ja,
Jävlar vad bra det kommer vara. Vänd runt steken.
Ja, den här jävla blasan.
Ja.
Inte den andra jäveln. Jävlar. Nu! Ett till läge. Challe!
Hitta vägen nu gubbar, hitta en jävla väg.
Kör vi! Boys! Lämna allt vi har där ute. Yes.
Adam Gaudette with a goal and an assist in this game. Had the goal in the first, had the assist in the second on the late power play goal from Nate Schmidt. Carl Grunstrom was in the penalty box at the time. Ice time in this game, Seth Jones leading the way, 21 minutes and 57 seconds for Team USA. 11:59 in that second period.
He's going to hit 28 if he keeps on that pace.
Sweden has been the better face-off team, winning 25 of the 43 face-offs that we have had in this game. Jacob Peterson has won 6 of 9. Lucas Wallmark has taken 11. He has won 6. Shots on goal, Adam Gaudette has 5 to lead all players in that department. So a 1-goal game. Sweden was down 1 to Finland going into the third. Got the tying goal, took the game to a shootout and won it. And down here by 1 going into the third period. Team USA trying to jump into that battle for top spot with Finland and Sweden. Points-wise, they would be tied with Sweden if they can pick up a regulation win in this game. Adam Larsson takes Kiefer Bellows to the sideboards. Bellows gets knocked down, puck is loose and taken up by Bengtsson. Chips it off the boards, gives chase into the Team USA end. Gets cleared away by Magna and back for Ben Myers. As his first NHL goal, got into 5 games with the Colorado Avalanche. Gustafsson sends it on, and Joachim Nordstrom will deflect it in. Emil Bemstrom goes after it, came around the boards. Oliver Ekman-Larsson was making his way out of the zone, couldn't keep it in that USA end. His pass now gets intercepted, stays on it. Ben Myers puts it in behind the Sweden net, and taken by Eric Gustafsson. Bemstrom will chop it back into the USA zone. Adam Peek first on the puck, and Peek will start back. Sends it on for Farrell. Chips it in, hits to the bench on the change, and Marcus Pettersson is back for it for Team Sweden in his first game of this World Championship. Off the quarter board, Swayman, who has been very good, snaps it off the glass and right back up for Team USA with Vinny Lettieri and Bordeleau trying to hold up as Vinny Lettieri makes an east-west move at the line.
Gaudette has had a very spirited game. Here's his goal. Surprising Omar over the shoulder. And then the no-look backhand assist to Nate Schmidt. And there's Seth Jones coming in for the celebration. You mentioned his ice time with 21 minutes. I mean, he's on pace to hit 30. We haven't had a 30-minute time on ice defenseman in Group B through all the games that we've played, or at least seen here.
Adam Gaudette, 2018 Hobey Baker winner. 58 games this past season, 8 with Chicago and 50 with the Ottawa Senators. Back at the line for Tomernes. Tomernes looking for the stick of Oman. Came back for Pettersson. Pettersson's shot, that goes off a body and wide. Controlled by Freeberg. Puts on the brakes against the checking of Seth Jones. Jones tries to tie him up. Freeberg keeps the legs going. Dishes it off for Lang. Lang to the line. Tomernes with the shot, trying to find the stick of Freeberg. Pettersson in from the right point, but cleared away from him by Galchenyuk.
Good shift by the Swedes below the goal line, and as is their game plan, back to the point, and then battle near the front of the net. They just haven't been able to get to any rebounds.
Klingberg puts that to the side of the net. This gets intercepted. Austin Watson trying to play it up the right side boards. Elects to send it back into his own end. Nate Schmidt will play it out the center. Pass knocked away, and Jacob Peterson brings it back in. Peterson with the wrist shot, blocker save. Klingberg trying to get it to the front of the net. This gets deflected away, and Watson will send it on, and Tynan will play it the rest of the way into the Sweden zone. Pile up in behind the net. Hayden gets tied up. And are they going to get a stoppage in play? Finally, yes.
And there's just a little subtle adjustment from Rasmus Dahlin as Larsson went in heavy to the boards with Hayden. There were 2 Swedish players, 2 US players, and so Dahlin just shifted a little bit from being behind the net to on the goal line so he could react if any puck did come loose. None did. Swedish fans have been getting an early start on this early game. Dennis, and we were, I don't know about you, but our hotel is full of the traveling Swedish contingent. They were raucous at breakfast.
Well, many are cheering. There are a couple who are napping. I'm not sure if it was just catch a few winks between periods 2 and 3, or if it was catch a few winks and wake up and get told how the game was.
You know, keep your head up in the crowd. That puck goes off the stick as Kuhlman and Larsson exchange some hellos, teammates for the Seattle Kraken. Kuhlman was picked up off waivers from the Boston Bruins, and when you mentioned Adam Gaudette, he was picked up off waivers from the Ottawa Senators after being traded to Chicago the years before from the Vancouver Canucks, who drafted him.
There's Ben Myers, Hobey Baker finalist, getting an explanation from the linesman as to why that face-off win didn't count. Larsson back for Dahlin, lead pass for Bemstrom, and they're going to do the face-off honors all over again. They're just going to move it further back into the Sweden end.
Sweden has been better coming into this third period in the face-off circle. They won 25 of 43 through 2 periods. It has been a very close hockey game. The shots indicate that, 14 apiece. 2 2 power plays for each team, but it's the U.S. that capitalized with a 2-1 lead.
Finnish fans in the building already, getting ready for game 2 of this triple header. That will be Austria and Finland. See what Austria has in the tank after the night game last night, and one that went all the way to a shootout against Latvia. Back at the line, long wrist shot, that comes off the back glass. Cleared up the middle, out to center, Adam Larsson breaks it up. On for Bemstrom. Bemstrom will play it back for Eric Gustafsson. Back for Adam Larsson. Dumps it back. Long pass up the middle, Asplund will deflect it in. Luke Hughes trying to play it out. Knocked down by Bengtsson. On for Rasmus Asplund, poke check there. On a good stick from Hughes. And it's out at center, and Myers will send it the rest of the way in. Linus Ullmark in his first World Championship start. He was at a tournament back in 2014, did not see any action. Played up at center, Bordeleau with Lettieri. Off a skate, and Ullmark will leave it for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. His long pass right onto the tape, and Nate Schmidt. Schmidt's pass turned over at the line. Rasmus Asplund in on Peak, and the wrist shot and an easy save there for Jeremy Swayman.
That was a textbook glove save, and then moved the puck to keep the play alive as Sweden's down to trying to get stretch passes. They're trying to forecheck hard against this U.S. contingent, these defensemen. There's only 5 of them.
Pettersson works his way in, trying to cross ice pass. It's into the shin pads of John Hayden. Seth Jones tied up there with Oman. On for Austin Watson. For Lafferty. Sam Lafferty will chip it past the defenseman Tomernes and put it in behind the net. Hayden takes his man out. Pass came to the front of the net. Lafferty trying to settle it down. And Pettersson will play it for Tomernes. Trying to get it back to Pettersson, wrapped up there with Carson Kuhlman. And finally, Tomernes will get it, sends it out to center ice. Right back in though. Here comes Bellows. Save made by Ullmark. Rebound. Bellows knocked it out of midair, and Ullmark forced to make another save off Bellows.
That was a quick up from Peak, as Sweden was in the midst of a change and had all the defensemen on one side of the ice.
Bellows trying to work it around Dahlin, could not. And back up the ice, Grundstrom. He'll leave for Larsson, who will drop for Klingberg. The shot blocked by the shaft of the stick of Luke Hughes. Klingberg to the front of the net, steered away by Peak. Bellows will put it off the boards and out the center. Klingberg trying to one-hand this on for Carl Grundstrom. Myers breaks it up. Megna comes in, knocked his man down. That brought a reaction from the Swedish fans. Broken stick on the play, shot scores! Carl Grundstrom, who had one called back in the second period because of offside, wires this one up top glove side, and this game is tied 2-2.
What a shot by Grundstrom. A couple of things to track before that goal went in. Luke Hughes blocked a shot earlier, broke his stick. So as he tests it out, he realizes it's broken on this pass, and he goes to the bench. That opens up the lane that Grundstrom gets the puck, and he's over right over the glove of Swayman. Redemption from Grundstrom, who had a goal called off because he was offside, and then took a penalty that the U.S. capitalized on. And he's able to go upstairs in a hurry. 2-2 game.
That was off his stick in a real quick motion there from Grundstrom. So he gets his first of this World Championship. Big hit. Megna takes Bengtsson to the backboards. Asplund plays it back for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Sends it back from where it came. Shellman. So the fans who were wanting a penalty on the play forgot about it in a hurry.
Peterson was knocked over, and he was staying down. And as soon as the puck came to Luke Hughes in the giveaway, he popped back up. And Hughes, when that stick broke from the block shot previous, thought he'd be okay to get to the bench. Instead, it's a 2-2 hockey game.
So an odd man rush, a good remedy for whatever ails you. Back pass by Galchenyuk is intercepted. Lucas Wallmark will play it back for Pettersson. Long pass up the middle. Wrist shot, that's off a stick and wide. Joachim Nordstrom back for Pettersson. Pettersson will send it back for Bemstrom. Bemstrom tight turns against the checking of Seth Jones. And off the stick of Pettersson and out to center. Lucas Wallmark for Henrik Tomernes and right back into the Team USA zone. 2-2 tie here in the third period. Pass up the middle, Austin Watson tracks it down, slaps it in. Olmark will dish it off. Tomernes gets tied up there with Watson. Near side, Lafferty comes in with a hit, but it's cleared ahead for Lang. Lang trying to work around Peak. Good play there by Peak to poke it away from Lang. And Larson will play it back into his own zone. Off the linesman. Tomernes' pass picked off by John Hayden. Hayden back in, and this gets chopped. And did this go clean out? 2-2 here in the third.
Team Sweden med andra 60 minuter i game.
A power play for Team USA. There's the chop from Adam Larson that goes up. The whole play starts, though, with a pass around the far side boards that ends up in the skates of linesman Nathan Van Oosten. And back into the Sweden zone it goes, and then Larson's pass around goes out of play. So Team USA to the power play for the third time in this game, and it's the third delay of game call we've had in this contest for a puck over the glass. Schmidt on for Tynan and back for Nate Schmidt for Jones, and that shot is blocked, and it caroms out to center ice.
Good by Pettersson. He got that off the side of the pants, and it just popped into the neutral zone.
So a huge power play here for Team USA. Tynan in with the shot, the rebound stopped. Clearing attempt blocked by Seth Jones. Plays it down for Tynan, gets it back, and gives it back to the goal line for Bellows. Bellows trying to get it back for TJ Tynan. Comes around the boards, he'll settle it down. Jones rink wide, Tynan has it go off his stick. On for Gaudette, missed it, and Rasmus Asplund will carry it back. Short-handed, and he'll elect to circle back into his own zone. Plays it all the way back for Tomernes. Sends it back for Rasmus Asplund. Back for Tomernes. And down the ice it goes.
It was Asplund who tried to clear the puck from the goal line, and it was kept in by Seth Jones. And you start to think, twice they had the puck on their stick, the Swedes do, and couldn't clear naturally, but crisis averted.
Galchenyuk looking for Myers. Off his stick and slapped away by Tomernes. Chance for one last rush here for Luke Hughes on the power play. He'll wind his way in. Hughes throws it to the backside off the corner boards. Farrell trying to get it for Galchenyuk. Tomernes knocks it away. Tomernes and Farrell. Galchenyuk into the pile. Two shots on that man advantage for Team USA. Galchenyuk having trouble with a broken stick there. And Freeberg will play it through for Joachim Nordstrom. Back for Freeberg. Freeberg puts on the brakes. Off the backboards for Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom's goal has tied this game Grundstrom plays it across. Dahlin in on goal, took a good look and missed the net. Jacob Peterson, he'll wind his way, find some room. Sends it on for Grundstrom, tried to get it back for Peterson. Seth Jones ties it up in the corner. Peterson on the puck, throws it towards the paint, off the stick. It's corralled and cleared out the center. Peterson right back in. Wrist shot goes off the stick and Jones is on it. Jones takes a big hit in behind the net. Lettieri couldn't do anything with it. And then Lettieri ties his man up, and again, the Swedish fans react. Lafferty at the line, takes it wide on Dahlin. Flips it back for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt tried to go cross ice, it's deflected. And Emil Bemstrom back up for Sweden. Long wrister off a stick and wide. And Carson Kuhlman right back up the other way, but he turned it over to Bemstrom. And then Bemstrom stripped of the puck. Good recovery there by Kuhlman. Eric Gustafsson will send it in. Swayman sends it on for John Hayden. Hayden through for Austin Watson. Watson chips it deep, goes in after it. Eric Gustafsson is after it. Sends it up the left side boards, and it will get chipped out the center ice by Lindholm. To the short side, deflected away, so Lindholm, who has seen very little action in this game, comes out now here in the third period with 7 to go. Ties it up on the far side with Myers. Clearing attempt fails, and now a penalty coming to Adam Gaudette. And Sweden will go to the power play for the third time in this game. Team USA 1 for 3 on the power play, and Sweden will now go to the power play for the third time in this game. Adam Gaudette goes for tripping. Sweden's power play 23% coming into the game. And 0 for 2 to this point with 3 power play shots.
Need more traffic in front of the net.
First 2 power plays really did not have a lot of O-zone time for Sweden. U.S. penalty killing over 80% now in the tournament. Grabbed off and cleared, and maybe an odd man rush. And across for Carson Kuhlman. Save made by Ullmark.
Good speed by Kuhlman, and was being joined by Sean Farrell, or Lafferty, pardon me, and this is reaching past the ear as Kuhlman elects to be a shooter, trying to go to the glove side. Opportunistic. Good save by Ullmark.
Good decision by Carson Kuhlman. Right-hand shot coming down the left side. You have the angle.
You can pull it in, and you still can decide to shoot or pass once you pull it in. It's when you lean on that stick to push out for that shot, down and out.
Klingberg. Bemstrom will send it back. And now back for Klingberg from Dahlin. Puts on the brakes and plays it back for Bemstrom, and it got away from him. 1:20 now left in the power play. Bemstrom hits the line with Klingberg. Seth Jones on the puck, and he'll get to the forehand and send it all the way back down the ice.
That's how you get the puck down the ice. Get some space, get your head up and hard down the ice.
Peak and Schmidt will now come out on defense for Team USA. Bengstrom sends it cross ice. Jacob Peterson in front, and Bengstrom knows he had a great look there, and a good save by Swayman.
Didn't get high enough and far away enough, going over the glove. Good entry by Sweden. The stick by Kuhlman just goes off the stick of Benson there. And the key for that goaltending save is the elbows stay close to the chest. The chicken wings out, and it could leak through. Good job by Jeremy Swayman.
Denmark up on France 3-2, or 2-1 rather. Over in Helsinki, Canada and Switzerland, the next game in that building. Both teams at 4-0. 53 seconds left in this power play for Team Sweden. 5:37 left in regulation and a 2-2 tie. And Jacob Peterson wins the faceoff. Tomernes sends it down. Bengtson in front for Jacob Peterson on that pass from the backboards, and just not enough on it on the shot from Peterson as Joachim Nordstrom fed it to the front of the net.
Andrew Peak was able to get his stick in there as well, and now he's to the bench.
Back up for Bengtson, winds his way in, chips it off the boards, tracks it down, gets it back. Joachim Nordstrom will play it for Gustafsson. Gustafsson sends it back to Peterson, back to Gustafsson, on for Tomernes. Tomernes circles to the front of the net, a redirect and a save made by Swayman, and cleared down the ice by Jacob Megna. And that'll do it.
Originally they're trying to get it Eric Gustafsson for that heavy one-time shot, but they could never really get it set up the way they wanted.
Power play has expired. Peak to the backboards. Around the boards, Larson will hold it in. Larson sends a backhander in that changed directions, and Swayman had to be careful with that. Kuhlman will dump this in. Larson sends it back into the corner. Long pass up the middle, gobbled up there by Lang from Dahlin. Freeberg off the backboard, sends it into the corner. Big hit there. As Nate Schmidt tied his man up, or rather Peak tied his man up, and here comes Bellows. Bellows forced to the outside, goes down against the checking of Larson. Tynan trying to hold it in, can't. And back up for Joel Schellman. He'll go to the loose puck along with Jones. USA wins that puck battle. Hughes will send it out the center. Tomernes back for Pettersson. On for Rasmus Asplund. Asplund will pitch this in behind the Team USA net. Came off a stick to the side. Asplund trying to hold it in against Hughes, does. Short side try, that's off the side of the net from Schellman. Back at the line, shot by Pettersson, glove save Swayman. And with 3:14 to go, he will hang on to a 2-2 tie here in the third.
World Championship tournament of Bristol and Seoul is halfway between the arena and the railway station. So it's very easy to find. In Seoul, you will find other hockey fans, live music, food, drinks, Bristol brand products, and of course all hockey games of the big three. And best of all, admission to the fan zone is of course free. Remember, when you go home, remember Fanzone. Todellakin Fanzonella tänään varsinkin tuossa Suomen pelin jälkeen ja ehkäpä jo ennen sitä. Siellä on karnevaali täydessä käynnissä, siellä on komeata musiikkia tarjolla, joten kannattaa ehdottomasti suunnata voiton jälkeen käväisemään upealla Fanzonella. Annapas pieniä maistiaisia DJ Tobi, mitä on tarjolla?
Team Sweden, second spot in Group B. 1 point back of Finland. Or 2 points back of Finland rather. Finland with 13. Sweden with 11. Team USA 8. And the regulation win that would put USA into a tie with Sweden. About 3 minutes for it to happen. Before it turns into a 2-point win for one of these teams. Dahlin, Bemstrom, Joachim Nordstrom tried to get it back for Bemstrom beyond his reach. Nate Schmidt will snap it right back in. Dahlin will knife it on for Adam Larsson. He'll send it on for Bemstrom. Bemstrom got pressured by Myers. Comes up with the puck, gets to the red line and slips it in.
And that's going to be the game plan for the final 2 minutes for Sweden. Get the puck below the goal line, force the U.S. defensemen to defend and tire them out.
5 defensemen dressed for Team USA for this game. The minutes will be huge. Peak knocked Peterson down. Peterson now goes back after Nate Schmidt. I think Peterson thought that, rather Myers, I think Peterson thought it was Myers that knocked him down.
Tom saved by the goaltender Swayman. Here's the goal by Grundstrom that was waved offside. Here's the penalty from Grundstrom that was capitalized by the U.S. And if you're in the hot water, what do? You resuscitate yourself, get out of the sauna, go for a dip in the cold lake, and celebrate a goal.
A lot happening in that one shift.
When in Finland.
2:10 on the clock, and the face-off in the USA end of the ice. Shots on goal are 20-20. The game is 2-2. And a face-off win. Gustafsson will send it back in. Shellman winning that draw. Chopped up the boards by Kiefer Bellows. Anton Lindholm hustles back. Deflected out the center ice, taken by Bellows, tried to put it back in, but offside is called at the line as that hits Carson Kuhlman.
U.S. has had a bit of an up and down go coming into this game, realizing how important taking points out of this game would be. Their first game, they beat Latvia 4-1. That an overtime win against Austria, a loss to Finland in which they lost some of their composure, and a bounce back 3-0 win against Great Britain, keeping them close enough to the top teams in Group B, that's Sweden and Finland, but splitting points here is going to probably credit the Finns.
Pettersson. Denmark has defeated France. We welcome those who saw Denmark defeat France 3-0. So Denmark and Slovakia with a big game coming up down the stretch here in Helsinki. Here it is a 2-2 tie between Team USA and Team Sweden as we get into the final minute 12 of regulation time. Sweden got the game's opening marker from Rasmus Dahlin. Adam Gaudette tied it. Nate Schmidt on a power play gave the Team USA a lead going into the third period. And a goal here in the third by Carl Grundstrom has us where we stand. Turned over at center. Shellman will play it back for Adam Larsson. For Dahlin. This will get deflected in and back forward is Peak. Sends it on for Nate Schmidt. 5 defensemen dressed for Team USA. John Merrill came over injured early in his debut in the last USA game. And Nick Blankenberg not in the lineup for Team USA. So 5 defensemen and some big time minutes, especially for Seth Jones, the captain. This gets knifed out of the Sweden end by Dahlin. And this will pretty much do it. Dahlin will snap it around the boards. It'll come out to center ice, and Sweden and Team USA will go to overtime.
Well, Sweden came back in their last game against Finland, down a goal to put it to extra time, won that in a shootout. The US, all important points on the line here.
2-2 tie. We have some 3-on-3 coming up when we come back.
Jatkoaika pelataan yhdellä maalivahdilla ja 3 kenttäpelaajalla per joukkue. In Helsinki, the score between Team Denmark and Team France. The final score is 3-0. Ja Helsingissä lopputulos ottelusta Tanska-Ranska 3-0.
Seventh time in this tournament that a game has gone to extra time. 6 of those 7 have been here in Group B. This is the second overtime game for these two teams. Sweden and Finland were tied 2-2. That went to a shootout. Sweden won. USA and Austria were tied 2-2, and that one ended in overtime.
Linus Ullmark, his first game for Sweden, and going into overtime, he went to the wrong net. He went down to the other end, as it is in the NHL, and Rasmus Dahlin came out on the ice and pointed, no, you're in our end on this one. So some adjustments. Ullmark, his first game. Swayman, his second game. Seth Jones, a ton of ice time in this game. His brother Caleb was here originally, was hurt in practice, wasn't registered, went back home. And Sweden will do a play off the face-off they had in their previous overtime, where they'll change a guy into one door and have somebody spring out the front door.
Seth Jones played over half the hockey game. USA down to 5 defensemen, 31 minutes and 41 seconds for Seth Jones in this game.
And he'll start the overtime session. You knew coming in he would be their Mr. Everything on the blue line, and now he's logging more than half a game's worth. What's he got left?
Matt Boldy and Ryan Hartman are expected to be here for the next game for Team USA. That is on Monday against Czechia.
There's that change play that didn't really work so well.
Overtime underway. Rasmus Asplund, 4 goals in this tournament. Puts on the brakes. Sends it on for Henrik Tomarnis. Tomarnis looking for some room against Carson Kuhlman. Dumps it back. Shellman. Asplund. Asplund doesn't shoot it against the checking of Jones. Asplund puts on the brakes. Dishes it off to Henrik Tomarnis. Tomarnis plays it back. Shellman. Chase back out the center. Team USA will start a change. Tomarnis will carry it in. Tomarnis plays it back for Rasmus Asplund, and he'll just calmly take it back towards his own line. Now he turns it up. Headed north. Wrist shot from the stick of Ullmark. That sail over top the right part of the net. and Jones will play it back into his own end.
Johan Garpenloff elected to go with Henrik Tomernes as the first defenseman, and now Rasmus Dahlin's out on the ice for them.
Lead pass gets intercepted by Joachim Nordstrom. In across the line with Walmart. Nordstrom drops it back. Dahlin, save made. Swayman, where's the loose puck? They bang at it, and it's chipped wide. Back up for Ben Myers. Myers lets the shot go, and that goes off of Peterson and out of play.
Dahlin had the game on his stick. Nice drive towards the net. Spin pass. Gaudette just loses an area for Dahlin to get into. And off the right bicep. Yeah, that close for Sweden. Boston Red Sox hat in there too. Maybe that's for Gaudette.
Luke Hughes, who has an overtime winner in this tournament, had it against Austria. Bordeaux almost lost control of it. Gustafsson sends it ahead for Jacob Peterson. Peterson stripped of the puck by Hughes. Luke Hughes back in, centers in front. Oh, what a save. Rebound, Bordelone ripped it over top the net. Chance off the backside for Farrell. What a save by Ullmark. Peterson will send it back into his own end. Circling there is Eric Gustafsson. Linus Ullmark with a huge right pad save off of Farrell. Farrell has it again as it comes off a skate. Sweden rather careless in their own end of the ice.
Gustafsson can't stop that pass. And bingo with the right leg, and then the bomb coming off the mask of Ullmark. And the bouncing puck, Sean Farrell can't deal with that either. So chances from either side.
So Tynan, Jones, and Gaudette, who started the overtime, back out now. Dropped back, taken by Walmark. Walmark faked the drop pass. Pettersson lays it on for Joachim Nordstrom. He'll leave it. And now knocked down was Joachim Nordstrom, and now offside is called on the play. Nope, they allow it to continue. Off the bench on the change is Lang, and the shot goes wide. Joachim Nordstrom got tied up on the far side. Was that what?
Gaudette, yeah, it was a cross-check to Gaudette, as previously you had Pettersson run some interference on TJ Tynan. The one bench was yelling, then the other bench was yelling, and then when Gaudette changed, that was an opportunity for Sweden.
Nate Schmidt on for Ben Myers. Myers drops it back. Schmidt waiting for that pass in front of the net. Never came to him as Kuhlman had it deflect off a stick. Back in for Myers. Myers with the wrist shot, and that's off a stick over top the net. Stolen by Myers. Sends it on for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt backdoor play, and just beyond the reach of Carson Kuhlman.
Well, if he was a left-hand shot, he could tap that in. He's a righty, and that just didn't get to a point for him to knock it back towards Ullmark.
Back in for Dahlin. Dahlin cuts back to the middle on Schmidt. Dahlin throws it cross ice, but intercepted. And now the USA trying to create an odd man rush. Nate Schmidt, Farrell going to the net. Schmidt is on it, and a backhander stopped by Dahlin. Came at the side of the net, and Shellman is there. Shellman back up the ice, puts on the brakes. Dishes it off for Tomernes. Bellows to the bench for Team USA. Tomernes will drop it back for Rasmus Asplund. Drops it off right to the front of the net for Joachim Nordstrom, and a save made. And now an odd man rush for Team USA. Dying second, Tynan scores, Gaudette. TJ Tynan with the pass to Adam Gaudette, who gets his second of the game. And with 11.4 seconds left in overtime, Team USA will pick up the overtime win.
3-point night for Gaudette, and good night to Sweden. The rush up ice, driving towards the net, and Walmart gets tied up and can't help out. Tomernus is caught. Tynan is going to wait to find that passing lane. Gaudette, we've seen his one-timer before, and he gets it past Olmark before he can reach out with the right pad or the right blocker, the right hand, and that's the right shot. 3-2, US takes this one in OT.
3-point night for Gaudette, 2-point game for TJ Tynan. In his first game with Team USA, the Swedish fans can't believe it. Team USA needed a big performance from somebody, and they got it from Seth Jones on the back end, who was over 34 minutes in this game when you add the overtime to it. And then a big game from Adam Gaudette, 2 goals and an assist. We will have the Player of the Game awards, so 10 points now for Team USA, 2 points for the overtime win. Sweden will pick up 1 point. So Finland 13, Sweden 12, USA 10. As we will get ready for our Player of the Game presentations, and then the American National Anthem. So day 1 of a triple header here at Nokia Arena in Tampere gets to overtime and a win for Team USA.
Well, this is a needed points and win for the United States to stay within striking distance of Sweden and Finland.
It was expected to be a close match, and it was. Needed extra time.
It's time to reward the best player on both teams. The best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch by Disallowed, official timekeeper of the 2022
late in the third period, and
Ice Hockey
big
World
penalty kill for the
Championship.
United States, and Swayman
The
was
best
good in this
player
game.
of Team Sweden will be presented by Markku Aalto, member of the 2022 IIHF
Well, I think we have a
World
favorite
Championship
from the U.S.
Organizing
side
Committee.
as far as Player of the Game is concerned.
The best player of Team USA will be presented by Ryan
Gaudette's won it
Martin,
before.
representative
Tynan had a good game, his
USA
first.
Hockey. The best player of Team Sweden, number 17, Oskar Lang.
Oskar Lang will get the award for Sweden. Had a chance in overtime and just shot it wide.
Played this past season for Leksand. One of the few players playing in the Svenska Hockey
The
League.
best player of Team USA, number 17, Adam Gaudette.
Adam Gaudette, 2 goals and an assist, and gets the overtime winner for Team USA. So Team USA will go to 4-1, 10 points, because a couple of those wins coming in overtime. Luke Hughes with 1 winner, Adam Gaudette with the winner here in this one, as Team USA wins it 3-2, and we rise now for the U.S. National Anthem.
Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyt, pyydän nousemaan ylös kuulemaan voittajajoukkue USA:n kansallishymnin. The 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue today here in Nokia Arena at 4:20 p.m. with the game Team Austria against Team Finland. And at 8:20 p.m. with the game Team Norway against Team Czechia. Vuoden 2022 IIHF:n jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat täällä Nokia-areenalla tänään kello 16:20 ottelulla Itävalta-Suomi ja kello 20:20 ottelulla Norja-Tsekki. Tervetuloa, welcome! Ladies and gentlemen, the arena is emptied between the games. See you soon! Arvoisa yleisö, kun areena tyhjennetään otteluiden välissä, nähdään pian.
Adam, you had a huge point early in the game to tie things up, but that OT one, where does that rank for you?
Oh, that's up there for sure. It was a great save by Sway to start it off, and then me and Ty just went up the ice. I saw an opportunity there, and I like to shoot the puck from that spot, so I'm just glad it went in.
After you scored, I saw you grab your USA jersey. What does it mean to you to represent the States at this tournament?
Oh, it's huge. I never really had a chance on a stage like this to represent my country. And as soon as the opportunity presented itself, I jumped right at it. And the guys in the locker room, we already become so close and tight together. It's I don't think we've won gold since the 30s or something like that, so it's kind of a big deal for us, and we're really trying to get through the preliminary rounds and then off to the medal rounds. But it's great how the guys come together, and we're having a ton of fun.
This is just a huge 2 points for your team. The identity, it seemed a little different in this game. How do you think you guys are just improving as you go?
Yeah, I think we really found the way we want to play. We're kind of undisciplined a little bit with penalties the past couple of games. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot. But, I think we played our best full complete game to date so far, and we just got to build off that.
And finally, your defensemen, just 5 of them. I think Seth Jones is playing 25 minutes a game. Just what can you say about their efforts?
Yeah, it's awesome. We're down a guy, a lot of adversity we had to battle through. Credit to our D-man. They stood in there and they stood strong, and they all played a great game, and they took on heavy minutes, and, we wouldn't be where we were without them.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Carl, this game back and forth, and it goes to overtime. What would you say, though, the difference was, just between your level and the States today?
I think it was a tight game. Not a lot of shots allowed today, but maybe we did a couple of mistakes, and that's what's cost us the game today.
You took advantage of a great opportunity to score your goal here. What's it like, though, in your second game with Sweden to come from the NHL and just jump into World Championship action?
It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it a lot, so a lot of fun.
How do you guys just bounce back from this? You're doing fantastic in the tournament, but what lessons can you take from this?
We got to start off better. I think our first period wasn't good enough today, so I think that's going to be key for the next couple of games here.
I'll ask you that one question if you can answer in Swedish, though. How do you bounce back from this and take lessons from this game?
In Swedish?
Yeah, do you mind answering?
Vi måste börja bättre och spela vårt spel hela matchen.
Tack.
Tack.
Good job, boys. Big W. Great job there. Great job there.
Great kills, Lance.
Good job in there, boys. Easy. Great game in there. Great game. Great game, boys. Way to play to an identity.
Yeah. That's it. Big
Way
win.
to go, boys.
Big win.
Way to play to an identity, man.
Go.
Good job. Good job in there.
Nice win.